Hello, everyone. Welcome to, as always, Two Doors and Deities, the Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition campaign presented by Table Quests. Where'd my script go? No, it dropped away. Yes, as I normally am, I am. We've got so many things going on now. I gotta.
I know, this is our chance to take
Yes,
over.
the only Dungeons and Dragons stream happening on Wednesdays at this time. Don't check that. My name is Drew, and I am the Dungeon Master for this evening. I am joined by John, Kat, Lyra, played by Kendra. Why did I was just talking about this, and I did it. Kendra, and last but not least, Walt. We give big thanks to Mike, who has been joining us for the previous, 31, 32, 31 episodes, but will not be moving forward. So for now, it is the four of you. Special thanks, as always, to Syrinscape for the use of their sound library for the lovely music and other sounds you'll be hearing that aren't, let's see, our voices, the motorcycles outside Walt's window, a dog barking over here, or McDonald's delivery coming to Kendra. You thought I forgot.
Crying over her character's death.
We're not there
Yes.
yet. We can be mirthful.
Mhm.
I don't know if you said anything, John, but you're super muted.
Yep. There we go. Thank you.
There we go. No technical difficulties today, except the ones that have already happened.
Yeah.
Special thanks to Animated Dungeon Maps on Patreon for the battle maps and other inspiration maps that we use here in the campaign. You can check them out at patreon.com/animatedDungeonMaps. If you like what you see, it would be great if you could subscribe to the Twitch channel, subscribe basically everywhere on our other socials as well, Twitter, Facebook, I don't know if we have a Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can find all the past episodes there as they are uploaded, but especially here on Twitch. We'd really appreciate if you would drop us a subscription. If you have Amazon Prime, you have a free 1-month Twitch subscription that re-ups every month. If you would like to drop that our way, we would be most appreciative. And as I said, you can find the rest of our socials down in the about page, bio, whatever it is on Twitch. Through our link tree as well. You can find us, hop in our Discord. I think we have everything linked in our Discord somewhere. If you want to come hang out with us. There, the link tree is up to date now. We found the password. So everything is updated. I think that's all. Does anyone have any shout outs, statements, things to say, announcements to make? Don't forget to check us out also on Tuesdays, where you can see me and Kendra and a few other people in a Call of Cthulhu game. And I believe that's all for the moment.
We have a fancy new layout, which Kendra made us.
Oh, yes. Let us know what you think
Yes.
of the new layout.
And
Um,
about the Amazon subscription, Monday is August 1st. So remember, if you have Prime Sub or Prime Gaming, whatever the hell it's called, to renew it.
Actually, I think it's based a
That's
month
so
from
good.
when
it's
you.
based on the
previously-
it's based on the day of
So
the month
those of
that
you
you.
who did it a month
Yeah,
ago, this week may be your time to resubscribe.
It's nice. I think Twitch gives you a little notification, actually, but
It does.
always good to remind.
Anyway,
All that out of the way, I think we are ready to jump into session 32. Yes.
To save a friend.
Outdoors. Oh, is that what it's called?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. How nice. Last week.
I mean, because that's why
That's
she's
cool.
in the tower, right? To save a friend.
Very good. Yes, yes.
And it may apply to later.
Last week, after waking from all of your dreams, gathered in the tavern to discuss next steps, to discuss prior steps of things that had happened previously. you decided that first things first, you were going to gear up, do any shopping, get equipment out of the way that you needed, and then to go search for Pep, who did not return after the previous evening's flight. Pep, as it turns out, subjected himself to an experiment by one Andreas Parland, which saw him transported to some place between or beyond the plains, where he was eventually killed, pulled through the veil by a skeletal hand, and then his body was returned or pulled back to the material plane into Andreas Parland's Wizard's Tower, where the eventual casting of Locate Object identified, I believe it was his wineskin, no? If I recall correctly.
Yes, it's Amnael's water skin.
Right. The object that remained on his person. And Lyra decided that, as the one who had made some inroads with Parland previously, that she should rush up and try to save him. She found Parland speaking with one of the professors at the college over the results of this latest experiment. Although he was eventually sent out of the room while Lyra and Parland discussed particulars. After negotiations broke down, Lyra attempted to flee, but found the door closed and held shut. And then, where we left off last week, attacked with Green Flame Blade, Andreas Parland. But before we get to that, Tempest. When the others left out to go shopping, you stayed behind. What is it you're doing? The others have left. They're out going shopping. You are back at the tavern.
I have no idea any of this is going on. I'm so happy, just so chill, really. I wanted to actually make my way to the university, the college's library.
Mhm.
Colleges in America, I guess. To do some research, and I want to take the shiny rock that I guess I'm still chewing on. I don't know what I'm doing with the rock. Not nervously chomping on it. That's not what I'm doing at all. I'm just gonna casually make my way across, just trying to avoid, making myself too stand out. I think my hair is still kind of brown, sort of like I look like a rebellious teenager that like failed at a blue dye job, I guess. So yeah, just kind of trying to slowly make my way to the library there with my rock.
Right, which you have not attuned to yet, correct?
No, I want to go do that at the library.
Right. All right, so you make it to the library. It's busier than the last time you guys were there. There are quite a few more students. Milling about, finding books. A few of them have scrolls taking up entire tables with extremely complicated looking to you diagrams and circles and things like that. What is it you're looking for?
I'm gonna look for another one of these air spirits, my kinfolk, and I'm gonna ask them. Look, I have 2 lines of inquiry, so I'm gonna ask them about both, and then ask them to just pull up the books on whatever line of inquiry has more things. My first is on gods and like their names and their concepts. So I want to know kind of about the tie between a god and that god's name and how that can kind of change or influence or kind of any lore around that. And then I guess my other line of inquiry is I want to know, also with the names, any mention of like names being taken, things like that. And then my other line would be kind of the history of the college and more kind of what we touched on about the king being involved, like why he would be so interested specifically. Any mentions of someone named Sasha, possibly around here, in recent history. Anyone I might recognize in the recent history around here. But that might take longer. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm asking this all in primordial as well, in case anyone's
Right.
overhearing.
Right. So the djinn kind of bobs for a second and then waiting for your request and then whisks off. You see it kind of darting through shelves. Several books start trailing behind it as it goes through. After a few moments, it kind of pulls its cloud of books over on top of an empty table, towards a corner, quiet corner, and separates them into two piles. One of which, if you will look and see, has basically a bunch of different books about the gods. So there's kind of, very general, like, here are the gods, here are their names, here is what they do, things like that. There are more specific ones to each god. And then there are several very old, fragile books dealing with concepts of names and the power they hold. The other is just a few books, one being a very thick, comprehensive history of Yelthal College. Rosters of a few biographies of former overseers. And yeah, that's all. There are far fewer books on that pile.
Okay, I might just ignore that pile for the moment. If I get time, I'll scroll through it. But for now, I want to set myself up like a little wall of books with the more boring ones. Like I want to face towards the rest of the library since I'm in a corner, back more to the wall, but then set myself up a little wall of books. Just like I'm don't want anyone to see. And then I might start with the older books because me and fragile stuff 100% should go together. And just glean what I can, and I might do that for, I don't know, just skimming as fast as I can just to get a general idea, see if there's any of these books that I want to read more in depth, and then I might focus on my rock, see if I can attune to it.
Okay. So you spend a good amount of time looking through these books, and you glean the information that I have now sent you. Over that period, and then you take another hour, just considering this rock, and eventually feel a sense of connection to it. So you have attuned to your Shadowfell shard.
I just kind of like look around on everything I'm wearing and can't really just carry it around like this the entire time. I'm so gonna lose it. I'm gonna stick it to like, oh, I'm not wearing my hat. Shit. I'll do that later. I guess I'll just stick it. I have like a little ribbon on my chest, like a little brooch. I'm just gonna stick it to that and hope that it kind of holds.
I mean, it'll stick. The stone is about a foot long.
It's a whole foot long?
Yeah.
Roughly.
Roughly.
The hat idea was, I guess it could work, but it wouldn't look very good. I don't know. I guess I will just like carry it around for a while. I didn't realize I've been jumping on a foot-long rock. I don't know why I thought it was tiny. Yeah, cool. I guess I'll just carry it around like this. I'll tuck it into my... Oh, wait, I have a little thing on my belt that Terrence Cloth sits in. So I'm going to pull out the doll, put him under my arm, and stick my rock in the pouch instead. And then make Terrence float behind me.
Very good. This all takes you several hours, both the research and the attunement, bringing you back up to speed. Not so far away, at the center of campus, Amnail and Desiel stand against close to one of the outer walls of the lecture hall, roughly 100 feet away from the top of the tower. Right now, Amnail, you have your arms crossed, waiting nervously, while Desiel sits back on the wall, head up, eyes closed. And through those eyes, through Eddie's eyes on Lyra's shoulder, he sees her draw her weapon, which ignites in green flame.
Well, he would have been saying a few things to Amnael
Yes.
beforehand. So I didn't want to interrupt the role play last time, but I had a list of things just to keep Amnael up to speed.
Gotcha. Go right ahead.
So, well, sorry. Go ahead and finish. Get us to where we are now, and I'll list it all out because there was something I wanted to do when that happens. So.
Gotcha. Yeah. Takes her inflamed blade, rushes forward, and just tears it across Parland's arm. Part of his robe briefly igniting in flame before quickly smothering out.
All right.
And he steps back.
So, as Desiel's watching earlier on, she gets up there. She notices Pep is dead. And Desiel will just basically keep Amnael updated as things are going on. So he's leaning back and he's like, well, it seems Pep is dead. Let us hope Lyra does not take the same path. A little while later, Amnael will hear him say, what is she doing? Just get out of there. He'll let you take the body. And then he says, well, fuck. And Amnael sees him pull out a gum Arabic with an eyelash encased. And he starts to cast invisibility through Eddie to try and make Lyra invisible.
As soon as I see him take that, I'm gonna pin him to the wall and like shake him back. It is done.
Does that interrupt me or?
Make a concentration check. So Constitution save. Yeah, that shake kind of knocks you out of your concentration.
I tried. She attacked him. She's going to die. I got to do something.
And get yourself killed?
Back up in the tower. Parland steps back, grimacing from the pain on his arm.
Can I reconnect with Eddie then? At least?
Yeah.
Like, am I? Okay. All
All right.
So he'll just take his component pouch and just slam it in Amnael's chest and say, "Fine, here." And then he leans back and tries to watch.
All right, I will let you know when he keys back in.
Okay.
He looks at his arm and then looks to Lyra. Fine. We're gonna do it that way then. And you see him just place his hand in front of him towards you. And he just says, break. And the word echoes through the air, slamming into you like a wall of force. Every atom in your body is just shaken and thrown out. You're discombobulated. You kind of drop to a knee, stunned, mechanically speaking. And then you hear him whispering in some tongue you do not recognize. Black threads start to creep out and lash around you as he casts Enervation. And you feel your soul ripped at as these threads hit you, and you take 22 points of
It's a
necrotic
nat
damage.
one.
One of
It's a
them
nat
was.
one.
One of them was. The other ones are 7s.
Yeah,
That's the
okay.
that's the damage. That's the damage.
Mm.
It was 1777. Wait, you guys can see that? Hold on.
Yeah.
Something has gone wrong with my Beyond 20 here. That's not supposed to happen. Uh-oh, well, that's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
22 points of necrotic damage. Now, I don't know what the point of this is. You see from the bits of your arms where the hooks of black dig into your skin, red mist starts to escape out as your blood vaporizes, hitting the air, swirling back towards him. You see the gash on his shoulder knit back together. But this is not how I wanted this to go. And you can make a Constitution save for the stunned condition.
We are
So
rolling great.
You are still, you are unable to move. You're incapacitated. You can speak.
Can I say
Somewhat
something?
falteringly. Yes, you can. And he kneels in front of you. What do you have to say for yourself?
Am I back yet?
Your name.
My
I
name?
know your real name. And I know others who know your real name. And a name is a soul, and a soul is a name.
Am I back yet?
Oh, yes. Sorry, you came back just as he casted Enervation.
Okay.
Sorry. I told you I'd tell
There's
you, and
there's
then
a
I
lot
didn't.
going on. I understand.
Right, yeah. All good. Lyra, go ahead and make me a deception check.
Come on, Lyra, you can do this.
At disadvantage, please.
Okay, maybe you can't do that. Okay.
You see, he looks at you and snarls. I am sick and tired of you lying to me. And you take another 11 points of necrotic damage. As the hooks dig into your skin, more red bleeds out. How many hit points are you at right now? I know you had the
Total
temporary
20.
ones.
Yeah.
Right, because you had the temporary hit points. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here is how this is going to work. You are going to tell me everything. Right now. You are going to tell me everything you know about your sword. You are going to tell me everything about those people that you were with this morning. You are going to tell me why you are here and who you work for. Or you are going to die. And you take 16 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, if you want me to talk, you gotta stop.
You can
Can't
go ahead and make
speak if I'm
another.
dead.
The floor is yours.
Wait, you just want me to go back to this morning, or how far back are we going?
Give me the names of those people at the table with you this morning. Tell me who they are, and tell me where they are.
Okay. The names of the people I was with. Well, that one over there, that was Pep. And he was my best friend, and you killed him.
Continue.
And then there's... You know... They... No. I love them too much to throw them into your grasp. And as I said, a soul is a name and a name is a soul. And you're right, I don't know your name. Because I have it written down somewhere for someone who does know your name. And when they find me dead, they're gonna come for you. I hope you're ready.
Oh, with this, he gestures to your sword. I think I'll be ready. He places a hand on your shoulder. And after a moment, as I need to have this pulled up, I promise I'm not just doing this for dramatic effect. Where'd it go? There we go. Okay. You hear him whisper a few words, placing it with his hand on your shoulder. And something is ripped away from you.
Fuck me.
In your mind. A presence that has been with you as long as you can remember. You feel it scream and reach out in terror.
Wait. Can I...
And it is gone. Your sword falls out of your hand. He scoops it off the ground. Strokes over the hilt. And the hooks tighten. You take 15 points of necrotic damage. You are unconscious. Eziel, through Eddie's eyes, you see her collapse onto the ground, breathing ragged. Kendra, go ahead and roll me a death save, please. Okay. Eddie sees.
As soon as she drops, I'm gonna. No, I was gonna say as soon as she drops, I'm gonna shake Desiel back because I can feel she dropped because I have a concentration spell on her.
Wait. Just wait, damn it.
She's. We should get out of here. We should try to grab Tempest and get out of here. I will cast Sending to Tempest.
Okay. Desiel, are you going to re-enter?
Yeah,
Or vision,
can I
Get
have
out.
just heard him and communicated with him, or do I
You can make another
concentration?
if he's shaking you out. Yep, make another concentration. Yep, stayed in.
Just give me a minute. We've stayed this long. She's not dead yet.
Okay. You cast Sending. What is Tempest here in the library? Walt appears to have frozen.
Is he frozen or just dramatic?
I think he's frozen. In the meantime...
Well, since he's not stopping me from listening,
right.
Sending's not going to change anything, yeah.
Right. Eddie kind of skitters off of Tempest, or of Lyra's shoulder to kind of get a view.
Can he just like stay hidden like in her hair, like?
Yeah. He can just move you know, move out to a position. Yeah, not visible, but yeah. He sees Parland gripping the sword, his hand almost bleached of color, ashen gray. Black smoke angrily curls from the sheathed blade. Parland seems to be arguing. This is what you're made for. What do you mean? We share the same mission. Fine. Blue light kind of sparks off of him, jolting into the sword. You almost hear a yelp and a flash of sorrow from it. And then the mist starts to burn blue. He draws out the sword. Kind of acts as if he's slowly cutting the air. And as he does, the air parts. Flickering orange light as he seems to almost rip apart reality. This rift, this hole in the universe completes the blade. She draws the weapon turns towards Lyra. Lyra, go ahead and make me another death save. Walt, are you back with us?
We.
Oh,
Alright,
she made it
what is it?
privately. Gotcha. Okay.
Basically would have cast it to Tempest and says, Tempest, everything went wrong. I think Lyra's in trouble. You
You're
either have to get
muted.
here or get
I know
away.
you're stricken with grief right now, but we really need to hear you come through, buddy.
I'm here.
Wait, can you guys hear him?
Yeah.
I can hear him.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Oh, it's horrible.
That's cool.
Alright, can you hear him now?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Come on.
That's
Okay,
it. Just
everything's gone wrong. I need to get here, wherever here is. ...
Get here or run away, he said. It was pretty quiet, I'll say that.
Oh, he said get here or run away? Or no, a moral debate. In the library, Tempest just kind of suddenly stands up and the books kind of clatter. Get here or run away, get here or run away. I don't even know where here is. Can I respond to this? Amnale, where are you?
Yeah, you can respond.
That was a response.
And that's your response.
Can I respond to this? Get here or run away. Can I respond to this? Amnale, where are you?
I'm gonna have the world's quickest moral back and forth in my head, and then... Oh, freaking hell, I'm gonna put up my hat and take it with me, and run out of the library and just... I don't know, I'm just gonna start pulling people just like, have you seen a really tall guy with a halo, and a girl with a sword, and a wizard?
Have you seen a wizard?
Back in the tower.
Oh, why the mood shift? This is rude.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Back in the tower. Eddie sees Parland kind of, for a moment, enraptured by this new blade he's created. And then he steps forward and swings it, cleaving across Lyra's body. Lyra, what is your max HP?
Hold on, sorry. $38.
Oh, okay. As he rips the sword across her chest, you take 80 points of damage. And Lyra is dead. Eddie hears her breathing shudder and then cease. Blood starts to darken the front of her clothes.
Desiel telepathically tells Eddie, stay with her, stay hidden in her hair. I'll find you. We'll find you both. And then he breaks the connection, turns to Amnale, and casts invisibility on the both of us. And says, we need to go. Oh, and then, like, looks for his component pouch.
As soon as he does that,
Give me my pouch.
I'm gonna also... As soon as I touch, as I give his pouch back, I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability at a 3rd level on the both of us, and I'm going to give us Cat's Grace.
No, I'm never gonna find my friends.
Well,
Dig
as
my...
the two of you do that and begin to move, you do definitely hear these sounds of a distraught Tempest crying out, attempting to look for you.
Nearby?
Yeah.
Is this before I cast invisibility? Like,
This
while I'm trying to get my pouch from him?
Yes, while you're trying to get your pouch, and you kind of become more aware of the world more immediately around you. Yes, it's coming from the direction of the library. A short ways away.
Okay. Let's go. Tempest is that. It seems all right. Tempest is that way. Let's find her and get out of here. And he'll just like, already having put his hand on Amniel, he'll basically just start dragging Amniel by his sleeve towards Tempest. Of course, Amniel probably heard it better than I did, but Deziel's not thinking.
Yeah. I'll follow.
You guys rush across the campus away from the lecture hall towards the library.
When I'm within about 100 feet of the library, I'm going to try to cast messaging. Towards the library to Tempest. We are coming across the quad. Do you see us? Where are you?
Did the invisible guy just ask me if I see him?
We're not invisible yet. Because I didn't have my
Okay.
component pouch.
Yeah, grab the component pouch. Yeah.
Okay. I'm like
Yeah.
frazzled, just like I let go. I throw the student that well, no, I don't really, because I can't.
Yeah, you kind of push out of the
Let go of the
small.
student I have.
You kind of push out of the small crowd that started to kind of form around you of people. Just, what is this crazy girl doing? And see the two of them blasting in your direction.
What
Does
the
he all
heck
drag
happened when I
again?
was gone? You said sure, but Tempest is like stomping towards you guys.
So there's like a group of people basically watching us? Are they watching us yet, or are they still paying attention to her?
They're very much looking.
Oh, yeah, and he freezes.
This is your chance to escape. Go, go.
They're very much looking...
No!
God's distracted. Run away.
Yeah, Deziel, just fireball all of them. I mean, that'll work. Oh my god, Kendra. That's the end of the glass. And it's like 8:30.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'm gonna go grab the bottle.
Yeah, you should learn from me. I always keep the bottle handy.
Honestly, oh my
It's only
god.
10:30 here,
Oh,
and
Jesus.
I wish I had a bottle.
For people who wonder why I have switched from pouring my wine in a wine glass to pouring it in this, you can look up Tinto de Verano. It's a Spanish drink. It's a method of drinking red wine in the heat of the summer. This uncouth bastard drinking.
And also when your friends are dying.
Yeah. Well.
Yes.
I just love the concept of being. Oh my god. I just love the concept of being. Find us. Where? Find us.
All right. Should be good to go. Welcome.
Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
You all froze for a second, but I think we're good. Oh, this is very
In
scary.
between, in the middle of the
Talking about
thing, it's just a Rick us.
Whatever Walt's.
Right.
I agree.
They are looking at the moment mostly at any people around. I mean, it's not like a big crowd, but you're in the middle of a relatively busy campus. looking at Tempest, and then a few people starting to like crane their necks, like, who is she talking to?
Uh,
No one seems like super dedicated to this. Like, who is she and what are they doing? Um, Mostly just who's this person screaming in the middle of campus?
Desiel says, well, it's as good as time as any to try this. Keep walking towards her. And I slip behind Amnail and keep walking. And I pull
Okay.
out a diamond with a little tear inside. And I call forth a shadowy spirit on the other side of Tempest and the crowd, which is an unoccupied space that I can see, I assume, within range.
Yep.
And I summon Shadow Spawn.
Okay. You see the shadows cast by some of the students around deepen and darken before a kind of formless shadow just roils up from around them, spewing out its darkness. People scream and back away. Um, is the spirit doing anything?
Um, it will. I don't know. How much damage does one of these do? I don't want to kill anybody. Um, oh. So I guess I choose what kind of spirit. It will be despair spirit.
Okay.
And everyone near it will be slowed with their despair. Let me see what it can do. Yeah, dreadful scream.
Okay. Each creature within 30 feet of it, which does include Tempest,
Yeah.
if you're casting it as soon as you get in range. So Tempest, make a wisdom saving throw, and then I'm going to need to make a bunch of saving throws.
No, sorry. Yeah. That does not beat my spell save DC. So Tempest and whomever else Drew decides. You are frightened of this shadow spirit, which is on the other side of you from us, for the next minute. You can repeat your saving throw at the end of each of your turns. But at the moment, you see a shadow creature rise up the other side of you and screams, and you're kind of frightened.
Well, good thing I was already storming towards you guys. I'm now going at a dead run. What the hell is happening here? What did I miss?
And then right after it does that, Drew, it will start heading in the opposite direction from us.
Okay, yeah, you see the majority of the students just run, screaming away, kind of tripping over themselves. It almost looks like the ground near this thing cast in shadow is like grabbing onto them as they go, shadowy hands kind of clawing at their feet. You start to see mage armors popping up on a few people who stay in the vicinity, wands and spell books pulled out. A few extremely brave older students start chasing after it. A few fire bolts and other spells start slinging towards it as it barrels in the other direction. Attention's been successfully diverted from you for the moment.
I keep
As you
pushing
start to see,
Amnail to Tempest, like we're trying to get to her as fast as possible.
yep. So you guys boom, clash in the center.
I put my hand on both of them and I say, I won't be able to see you. Get to the professors. And I cast invisibility on the two of them.
Okay. Two of you wink out of sight.
Except I'm still afraid and slightly hysterical, so... No! What's happening?
Just turn invisible. Get to the professor. We'll talk about it there.
Get the fuck out of here! I'll tell you on the way. Shh.
Desiel attempts to kind of comport himself, look around, and find the closest student that is running in fear in the correct direction, and attempts to act like he is. Basically falls in line.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of join a small stream of students running off towards one of the near buildings. Make a performance check. Okay. None of them are questioning anything. At this point, it's, there's another person. We're running just towards the nearest building. You dip off with them. Then go ahead and make me a stealth check.
My question is, with the concentration broken on Shadow Spawn, does it go away, or is it just there but not under Desiel's control?
That's good.
Good question. I didn't think about concentration. Is it concentration?
I mean, I drive the concentration to make them invisible. So.
Okay, yeah, it is.
Shadow Spawn is concentration.
The creature disappears when it drops to 0 hit points or when the spell ends. Okay.
There you go.
So yes, when he casts that and begins running...
Because someone around, so that's way better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he was there to stop them from looking at Tempest, so the moment she's invisible, he's unnecessary.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so you can go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, you got the stealth.
So, do you consider...
Go ahead.
Do you consider...
I was just going to ask if I would have advantage because I'm invisible.
You are not making a stealth check. That was for Desiel.
Oh, okay.
I will. You know what? This is worth it. I will use my second chronal shift and try,
gotcha.
Try and stealth again.
The shadow creature vanishes as he makes you invisible. Several confused wizardly students kind of talk with one another. You see guards and the occasional blue pointed hat.
You have
I have
Desiel.
advantage on stealth, right? Because I have Cat's Grace.
That is true.
Okay, so I've got a 13 before I spend my reroll. I will still spend my reroll to try and have better than a 13.
Okay.
There you go.
What did you say, Kat?
My eyes are on those hats.
Okay. You see several professors or people who look like professors in robes, and then one tucking out from the lecture building. You see black leather boots, black gloves, and a tighter double-breasted blue jacket that Amnail described as an inquisitor. So where are the two of you heading? Bearing in mind that you cannot see one another either.
And I guess can't see me anymore since I stealth pretty well. Well,
yeah,
Amnail might be able to see me.
If they look, they might,
sure, yeah.
They would have a chance. But on...
Yeah, it depends on where they went.
Not
on passive.
I'm going towards the professor, and I'm trying to tempt arms so we can still be somewhat aware of where one another R.
And he said he's headed to the professor and he's trying to hold on to Tempest's arm so you can still know where each other is.
I was gonna reach out for Amnail as well, but before we start moving, like I'm just gonna grab onto his sleeve and say, Amnail, what's happening? Where is Lyra? Where is Pep?
They're dead. Parland killed them.
I told you what would happen. I told you we should have left.
Yes, and we also
Don't
told
want
what would
the
happen
professor.
if you went to the goddamn tower. It would have been the two of you with
Misty, step
her.
away. Extend.
And you break invisibility!
I don't care. Distance spell, Misty, step away.
Okay, I believe
Oh,
that is going to drop your invisibility.
Yeah,
Yeah, it drops hers.
I don't care.
I know where she is, so I'm gonna follow her.
Okay. So how far are you going and in which direction?
I want to go back to that house where Andrew had his disguises stuffed.
Okay. You blink off in the opposite direction from the professor's house. How far does distance spell get you?
Not far at all. I think it's only 60 feet.
Yeah,
I
because
just want
Misty
to
Step
get
is
out of
30.
Yeah, so 60.
And this was before you guys started moving? So you're still within the
I
campus?
think, did we start moving and then I stop, or were we stopped entirely? Or was it just Desiel that started moving?
Desiel started moving, you had said before we get going.
Yeah, Amnail
Okay,
tried to move,
then,
so if
yeah,
you,
so I think we're just off to whatever side I was running in. So away
Yes.
from the gate, I guess. So yeah.
So you're running in that direction. And Nail, you're following,
Yeah,
you said?
because I can see her now.
Right. Desiel, are you heading back to the professor's?
I am, unless I notice her. But either way, I'm headed that way, which is, I guess, the same direction
Okay.
as she's headed anyway. So.
It would be the opposite direction.
Oh, really? Well, I'm headed
Because
to
the professor's house and that house were on opposite sides of the city. You were in the center of the city.
Gotcha.
Wait, hold on. How far to the other side of the city was that house? I didn't realize how far it was.
Like a mile away.
Well, a mile away from the professor's. It's about half a mile from here. A little
Oh, okay.
less.
No, keep going then.
I will follow Tempest. If I see her breaking away from the professor, I'm gonna ditch her. And I'm gonna go to the professor. To Provost's place.
Okay. As Tempest goes along,
Hat comes off.
Desiel, after a short while,
Do I hear anything while I'm, in regards to the tower, to the shadow spawn, or is it basically just pandemonium and then a normal city life?
yeah, you can make a perception check.
Ignore the advantage. So 14.
14. Yeah, it looks like the chaos kind of spread very quickly out. But then if you hurry, you're able to kind of outpace it before you get to where you're going. Yeah, just general, something's going on over there. What's happening? Shadow monster.
Gotcha. All right.
Craziness at the campus.
Roger. I am running amok.
So You rush back. The street's getting thinner and thinner as you head farther away from the center. The chaos kind of settling the farther out you go, as things don't spread out that way that quickly. And before long, you are back in front of Adelon Provost's home. As you enter through the gate, he steps out of the door. Is he ill? What's going on?
Oh, you're good. He saw me.
Oh, sorry. Are you trying to sneak
Well, I mean, to the house,
like,
basically.
into the house?
Yeah, basically.
Gotcha,
I mean,
okay.
this already happened. So no, like once I get to the house, I'll just walk up. To
Okay, yeah. I figured you would sneak up there and then
I'll like
walk
comport
into the
myself
gate,
and just kind of walk into the game.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Well, silver lining, right? Silver lining. What was your may I step inside?
Of course.
So I step in. What exactly is your concern with Lyra and the sword?
I'm not sure, just that something powerful and that she didn't seem to be able to control it.
You had a very strong reaction. Well, regardless, she has no control of it anymore.
Oh dear.
Well, she does not possess the sword anymore.
Who does? Do we know?
Yes. Your friend, the headmaster, Parland. Wow, Drew, that is a really good stare. Like, clearly the professor is... Oh, he's back. We didn't lose him. Welcome back, Drew.
Oh.
You froze with this stare of like,
froze
what
for
the...
Okay, yeah, froze for a second.
It was a perfect look, though.
Yeah, the signal dipped.
Parland has the sword.
Where are the others?
They should be making their way here. Well, two of them.
Two.
Amnael and Tempest are invisible. They should be here shortly, hopefully. Pep has been killed. And Lyra... She sacrificed herself so that we may live and escape. And I'm going to need your help locating her body, perhaps. Or doing something with the body should we locate it. And now I'm the dungeon master.
Okay, now that you're in charge.
Hello, everyone. Can anyone else see Kendra? Or is that just me?
We can all see Kendra. Don't worry about it. She's here.
We can see her.
Okay.
She's dead. You don't need to see her.
I'm gonna need to in a minute. Not see, but I will need her to be there in a minute. Welcome
I'll
back,
come
everyone.
Back and then,
Sorry for the disruption. There is an internet outage in my area right now. There is currently holding together a bodge job of a shelf, some books, and my phone. It's plugged in, right? Yeah. So as long as that lasts, we are here to go. Thanks for sticking around, sticking with us.
Yeah.
Where were we?
Any other week, we would have just been like, sorry, everybody, we're cutting it short.
Yeah.
This didn't seem like the right week to do that to you guys.
You were
For us.
possible time for this to happen. But we are here. And where were we? What was the last we hit before I disappeared?
Oh, yes. Desiel
Having it-
said something, and Provost was reacting to it. Well, what did I say?
That Andreas Parland has the sword, right?
Yes, Parland,
Yes.
Parland has the sword was the last thing that was said.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of purses his lips. Well, that doesn't sound good.
No.
He's-
And
Where is Lyra now?
at the moment, she is in Histar with my little friend, assuming he is still alive. Hopefully, we'll be able to find her. Where would he dispose of a body?
The body. Difficult to say. Up in the tower. I don't know. Could just be carried out in a knapsack and tossed into an unmarked graveyard. Was anyone else found? What's the situation?
So, Pep was, I don't know, he looked weird, he looked frozen, I don't know. But Pep was dead. I think the wizard did some experiment on him or something. And Lyra destroyed the body. And then, well, Parland attempted to interrogate her, and she refused to betray you or us. And he killed me. And I left my familiar hiding on her person. So I have my familiar if I can get very close, but hopefully there are other things I can locate if I can get within, a fifth of a mile, more or less.
Right. I'm so sorry for your loss.
But I created a distraction on the campus and made Tempest and Ameo invisible and told them to come meet us here. So. Shit. Do you have something to drink?
Yes, of course. We'll wait for them inside. He leads you inside to the table, and pulls a bottle out from a cabinet.
Oh, he was scrying on us too, apparently. Well, I can wait until Amel gets here. I don't think I mentioned that part.
Scrying? On whom?
On
What?
her.
How?
On her. Not here. I think it was this morning when we were at the tavern talking.
How did she? How was he able to scry on her? How did he find out about her? Or do you?
I don't know.
Do you want to make me a deception check?
Yeah, I guess I will. Sorry, I know you don't have his.
You're good. It probably won't matter.
Yep, doesn't matter.
No, it will.
No, his stats don't matter. I don't know.
What was the roll?
Oh, a 5. Sorry, that's right. You can't see. There was a 5 deception.
He kind of cocks his head and raises an eyebrow for just a second.
She went and talked to him about
Fire.
something. I don't know exactly the details. But he had met her, and so I assume that's all you need, no, to scry on somebody is to know them.
Know of them, although knowing them helps.
Well,
She went to him.
they had met on campus. She had talked to him on campus about, I don't even know. Do I know what the conversation was about? I don't remember how much Desi actually knows. Yeah. Oh, that's right. She told us everything. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she was after the fuckery at the house, the house with the basement and the library. Before things got worse, she decided to take advantage of, I guess, what time she thought she had to ask him questions. I don't know, Lyra. She was.
He punches the table in frustration.
She did some shit, but it wasn't just for the sake of it, okay? It's not like she was doing it just to be an asshole or create trouble or just to be stupid. Like, she just gets these things in her mind and she acts on these impulses. And anyway, so yeah. But, hey, she's dead now, so he won't be scrying on her anymore. So I need to find my friend, and I need to revive her somehow.
Right. Oh.
And she doesn't even have to sword it anymore, so no reason for you to be mad at her. He won't be scrying on her. She doesn't have the sword. Like, there's no reason to not bring her back.
I know. You're right. I won't do anything to prevent you. This changes things.
You would not be able to prevent me. I was wondering whether or not you'd be able to help, honestly. But
I can contact people. Perhaps there are strings I can pull, but it's not so easy as calling in a favor.
No, I have somebody I want to get in touch with, if Amnail is able to do it. But I may have to wait until tomorrow, but I don't know that you'll be able to find their body until tomorrow. But have you heard, do you have any idea where the circus of, do we have a name, like a specific name for that circus, Drew? That was like 30 episodes ago.
Wondrous Nesters.
There was one.
Nestor's Wondrous.
No, I think it was like Wondrous.
It included the word circus of the something and something. You did get a name. I could pull it up.
Yes. No, you keep your connection doing your thing.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, this is all on an external hard drive, so that does not take any.
Wondrous Nesters, Circus of the Wonderful and Wild.
There you go. I say that. Apparently, I lost my first 4 days worth of notes. So, first 4 sessions. So, yes, Nestor's Wonderful and Wild Circus thing. Did you know where it may be? I know you have 2 of the performers there, which, to be honest, is the reason that brought us to you to begin with, is to find out how they're doing and get back to their friends and say everything's okay. So, if we're going to be talking to them anyway, I'd like a chance to speak with Alexa and Patrice. But, since we're all coming clean here, that's what brought us here to begin with. Did you have any idea, or did you think they might have any idea where the circus may be? Either way, Amniel will be hopefully attempting to contact Nestor directly, either today or tomorrow.
As it happens, as he is the son of the archmages at Corberanth. I don't know if that's exactly common knowledge, but he and his circus, by extension, have been called back to the capital city. some few weeks ago. I believe they're there now for some reason or another.
Okay. Drew, do I know about how far the capital city is from us in days travel, reasonable travel?
In terms of days travel overland, several weeks.
Shit. Okay. Do you have any idea? I mean, I don't even know, but given some of the powers that we saw Nestor display when we had a little scuffle with him some time ago, he is the only person I know directly that may actually be able to revive her. But my understanding is I need to get her to him within a week or two, or even that would be beyond, I don't know. Amnael knows more
Around
about
10
these things.
days is my understanding.
Okay.
Or anything reasonable. And
Okay, 10 days then. Not a thing I've had to deal with. So 10 days. Is there any way that we can get to him within 10 days? Less than that, because first I need to spend a day or two getting Lyra's body.
mages, well, some of the best mages, if not the best, in the world will be at Corbrand, and he has connection to several of those. Perhaps they could transport him there, here, or you there. There is travel through the Feywild, but I don't even know how that would happen. It's been used before.
I don't know that we can convince him to revive her, much less go out of his way transporting. Do you have a means to get us there? I mean, perhaps he will. I don't know. Perhaps since we have news, well, assuming you allow us to speak with his two performers, maybe that will help sweeten the deal. I don't know. But I don't want to assume anything. So, assuming he's like, well, come to me. I'm not sticking my neck out for you, but sure, if you get here, I can do a thing for you. Did you have any other means of getting us there? If not, then I guess we'll just try to convince him.
We can contact some people. I don't myself. Not magically.
Okay. Well, hopefully Amnael and Tempest will be here soon, and we can discuss this, and he can maybe try and get in touch with Nestor, and we can go from there. Because if not Nestor, I don't know if... I mean, I want to recover her body anyway. One way or another. But
Of course.
he broke up.
I'll have to send the children away. This is accelerated far quicker than it should have.
What?
Do you know anything? Anything about it? What it could, why he would want it?
About the sword?
Yes. If he has it, we need to know what it is, what it allows him to do.
Well, he had an argument with it, and it seemed to resist him, and then he overpowered it with his will, and ended up cutting a rift in reality, is the best I can say.
Professor kind of, you see the color start to leach from his face. He He was a little pale. That doesn't sound good. If I can have a description or an image, perhaps Tempest can draw me something. I can. There's a spell that I can cast that can illuminate things more. But
About what?
About the sword.
Oh, okay.
Sounds. I don't know. Around this time, Amnael will arrive invisibly. But first, Tempest. You are running, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, I want to run to just get away from the college, and then I'm kind of gonna just dial it back a bit, try and not be quite so obvious running through the crowd. My hat's off. I don't have my cloak on because it's blue. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and blend in as best I can. Trying to not have a complete breakdown in the middle of the street.
Okay, and you are heading for the safe house next to Parland's house.
Yeah.
That Andrew controlled. Okay. Yeah, after a short while, you make it there.
I am going to open the door, shut it, and just... In the middle of the room, she just starts crying. Like, she is hyperventilating. She is not it right now. 2 of her friends are dead. She knew they should have left, and they didn't leave. She doesn't know what to do. And I guess eventually she's gonna try and pull herself back together just best she can. She's just pacing up and down this room. She's muttering to herself, you know, they said run or find them, run or find them, do I run or find them? This is what happens when I get attached. This is what happens when I run and then find someone. Run or find them. And she's just back and forth, not making a lot of sense right now. And then she's gonna kind of catch sight of the friendship bracelet on her wrist. If I run, I can't find them. All right. I've fixed it before. I've fixed someone before. I can fix someone again. That's fine. Maybe if we find both of them, we can fix both of them. Amnail can do it too. Maybe if I find Amnail. So she's gonna grab the bracelet and she's gonna just rifle through the disguises that she has there. And she's gonna try and put on just like an average brown cloak or something that they have to hide, and then she's gonna try and run to the professor's house.
Now you arrive at the house. The gate is open.
I will knock at the door, the front door.
Mm-hmm. Does he own the professor both look up?
I pull out a little wire, look at the professor, and point at the door. Yeah?
Yes, it's me.
It's him. Did you lock the door when we came in?
Come in. He steps up and unlocks the door.
I walk in.
He bolts the door behind you.
What are we gonna do?
Is he visible?
Yes.
Well, now that the two of you are here,
Yeah,
I
about
need you
that.
to. Oh, would I have felt concentration drop on Tempest, by the way? Or since I'm maintaining concentration on the spell as a whole, I don't know.
You still have concentration on the spell.
Okay.
Tempest had a breakdown. She teleported and I couldn't keep up with her.
Where
She's
did she
gonna
go?
come back. I don't think she didn't say where she was going. She went towards the side of the city where was Parland's house, I think. Maybe she went to the tavern, maybe.
We don't have time for this. Okay, look, Amael, since you are not here. Short version is I told the professor the real reason why we're in town and talking to him to find Alexia and Patrice. Pep was dead. I think I told you this. Lyra destroyed his body. First, it looked weird though before she did, like he was made of ice or something strange. And then, yeah, you know, when she refused to betray anyone, he killed her. But my thought is, I left Eddie with her. I don't know, you know. I mean, I lost connection. We ran away, right? But I suppose I can locate her, something of hers, if we can get close enough to her. And apparently we have 10 days. He looks at the professor to revive her, perhaps. Maybe Nestor. I mean, you know more about these things, but Nestor seemed pretty powerful, and bars can do that, no?
Yes, and honestly, if we get her body within 10 days, we have unlimited time. But we need her within the first 10 days.
How is the time unlimited?
I will pull out my book and I'll show you a rune and by the way, every time Emnel says runes, actually it looks a lot more like hieroglyphs. They're basically a bunch of drawings that reform, and it has almost what looks like to be a fan, a sideways fan, and a woman with her arms open and a child floating over her arms and under the fan. This one, it stops bodies from decaying, and it stops them from turning into undead. And it also extends the limit of bringing someone back from the veil. I can cast it every 10 days on somebody, but I need her body.
Well, I mean, I only know of one silver raven brooch, so if I can get close enough, I imagine that would be her.
I can't help you today, but if we don't find her today, I can help you tomorrow.
Can you get in touch with Nestor? Is that something you can do?
Yes, but it will be the last thing I do today for that power.
Okay.
What should I tell him?
I don't know. I mean, if you can give us more than 10 days, then I don't know if we should wait until we have the body, or, you know, we ask him for this favor that I don't even know if he'll grant, and he says yes, and then we can't even recover the body, and then, I don't know, I'm torn. I mean, time is, time. Time is of the essence, no, but shit, I don't know if Nestor will even do it. So
it has to be something he wants. Something, anything.
News of Alexia and Patrice. I don't know how much he cared about them. I know it was the other acrobats that wanted to make sure they were okay.
I don't know, but there has to... First, how would we even get to him? He was in Morkainen like a month and a half ago.
He's at the capital now.
No, Morkainen was north of Endriel. We went south when we were trying to get to Yathal. We wound up in Ismarius.
Yes, but he has been called back to the capital city. Something to do with his parents, the archmages at Cormorant.
Fuck.
What?
Well, if he's in the capital, what's the name of those things that you wizards use all the time to move around?
Teleportation circles.
There has to be one near him.
Yeah, I mean, assuming he, I don't know, is that a thing bars can do?
I don't know if he needs to know how to make the circle. He just needs to know how to use it, or someone that can use it for him.
So then we have to convince him to convince somebody to send him to us, or to bring us to him. And that's assuming we can convince him to do it at all. But so I don't know. That's what we need to do. We need to begin with, I mean, we have nothing. Professor, are Alexia and Patrice here? Can we talk to them? I mean, can we just get a, yay, we're okay, we're happy here, something?
Yeah, they're upstairs. I'll tell them that you're here, that you wish to see them. He makes his way upstairs.
So, I haven't met either of these people, correct? I haven't seen or met them, have I?
Not Alexia. You did see,
Patrice.
would have been yesterday, possibly Patrice, the halfling.
Okay. On his way upstairs, I will send a message to Patrice real quick. I'll say, I'll think for a second. I'll say, if you are lying, just say the word bluebird. You'll understand in a second.
You said if you are lying, say Bluebird?
Mm-hmm. And then he follows up, well, do I get a response from that?
No response.
All right. Your family sent us to make sure you are okay. Obviously, if you can't say so in front of the professor, just work the word bluebird into the conversation.
Here, Matt along the wire. We are on our way down. And a moment later, the professor descends again, trailed by the halfling that you saw earlier, and a young woman, maybe early 20s, with kind of long black hair. They both traipse down. Here they are. Hello.
Alexia, Patrice,
The very same.
we
Indeed.
are friends of your family of sorts, the circus family, the acrobats. And they were just worried about you because they hadn't heard from you in a while and wanted to make sure you were okay.
Oh, well, you can inform them that we are right as rain, insofar as circumstances allow.
And you are happy here, and this is where you want to be.
We found a worthy cause, nothing better.
Okay. Thank you.
Tell them we do miss them dearly, but we are happy here.
Absolutely.
Trees nods along with that.
We may be seeing them or someone, perhaps Nestor, soon. So if you have anything, want to write a letter or send any gifts, by all means, we'll be happy to bring them back.
Oh, well, certainly, we'll speak about it, right? Trees just shrugs.
Yeah, it won't
Up
be
to
before
you.
tomorrow at the earliest anyway. So
Very well, very well. Thank you deeply.
of course.
The professor nods to them, and they both head back upstairs.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess.
Satisfied?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. I mean, that's something. It's not much. But if there's anything else Nestor wants from us, I'm sure he'll inform us before he does anything for us. And at this point, I don't care what the fuck it is.
As you're talking, I haven't even acknowledged the interaction happening. I was writing. Okay, I can talk to him, but I either have to tell us where to meet us, or that we've found Patrice and Alexia, whatever their names are. What I have so far is Lyra's dead. This is my last communication of the day. Meet us in Yalthal at the stone gargoyle, if you can help. We'll do anything to repay.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess he could just say no, right? Or give us other directions. But
Fearing for...
Oh, go ahead.
What? No, please.
We don't have her yet.
Don't you think he can maybe help us get her?
I mean, it's just a matter of finding her. I mean, between you and me, you can locate things on her, correct?
Tomorrow I can probably do that for about an hour.
Yes. Well, today I can do it for about half an hour.
I can't do it today.
So,
Actually, that's not true. I can do it for well over an hour.
so I can do it 3 times today. So I can.
I'll be able to do it if that's the only goal of the day. I can do it 8 times tomorrow.
Sure. I'm just saying, this evening I can go by and see first off if she's even still in the tower. And if not, then I can try 2 more times wherever. But I don't know. Does he? I mean, I don't think that he can. I mean, she's not. I mean, I don't know that he could help find her more than we can. But once we have her. If you have any ideas, by all means, pitch in. I'm sorry. I don't mean that the way I come across. Just thank you for allowing us to sit here and try and figure this out.
The least I can do right now.
So
I could apart from assisting with location, I could poke around any graveyards, cemeteries, places where they might dispose of a body.
My point of maybe trying to communicate Nestor as soon as possible is that if he doesn't have a way to immediately transpose himself to here, he will have to take a long journey, which, if he would begin quickly, would be ideal.
So,
Myself and Naziel were discussing such a thing.
what is that? Ah, yes.
The means of travel, perhaps a teleportation circle. But
Is there maybe a possible one here that can take us to the capital?
it's possible it would be tucked well within the college, perhaps.
Probably within the
Within the
research
inner
tower.
library.
Fuck me.
Okay.
Possibly it would not be precisely public.
So this spell where you talk to Nestor over messages, long messages, is it a amount of time you have, a certain number? Like, what is the limit?
I have no idea because basically every time I do it, it fucking doesn't work.
Okay.
So this is about as big of a Hail Mary as I can think of.
So we have information. Lyra is dead. We are in Yalthal. Can you help? I mean, that's 12 words. Should not take too long to say that. I mean, do you think you can give a longer message than that?
Probably, from what I remember, it's about 2 sentences, about 25 words.
Okay. Well, that's half the message right there, and
Yeah.
pretty much, if we ask if he can help, that covers, can you help revive her? Can you get us to you, or you to us? It gives him relevant information and tells him that we have information, which is, oh, and then you can add the we will do whatever well, I don't know if you say we do whatever it takes, but
I don't want to say we will do whatever it takes, but
we-
I will do whatever it takes.
we are willing to repay you, of course, something like that. That's another 8 words. That gets you up to 20.
What about Tempest?
She knows where we are. I don't know. You just said she fucked off. I don't even know where to start looking for her. I can look for her. I can look for Lyra. Tempest can come to us. Lyra can't. So we can go back to the Stone Gargoyle and see if Tempest is there. Or,
Fine. I will sit down on the ground. I will focus and fuck the goddamn red wire. I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna throw the whole spool of it away. And I'm just gonna grasp my holy symbol and I'm gonna cast Sending to Nestor.
Okay.
Lyra is dead. Can you help revive her? We are in Yothel. We have information and will attempt anything to repay you. Can you come here? If you make me roll fucking d20, I'm gonna fucking strangle you, Drew.
No. There's a moment of silence, and then a slightly surprised voice echoes back in her mind. Anything, you say?
Oh my god.
Not sure who you are, but I like having people in my debt. Say, is there a mirror nearby you? And you feel that sentence was not the remnants of your spell, but another reaching out to you that you could perhaps respond to.
I start looking around before I start speaking because I know how this works. And I start like miming a mirror to the professor.
Is there a mirror that he can
Is there
see?
one in the bathroom? The bathroom we were when Lyra freaked out.
Is there one in the room we're in now that he can just see?
Yeah, I'm gonna if there's not one in the room we are, I'm gonna bolt to the bathroom without even saying anything.
There is a mirror there.
Okay, I fling. Yes, I'm in front of a mirror. What do I need to do?
Just say yes. And the voice retreats. A few seconds later, you start to feel something almost probing at you, at your mind. So that's going to be a wisdom saving throw, unless you would like to intentionally fail it.
I want to fail.
Okay. That is no problem. Mm-hmm.
Dezio will follow and just stand in the doorway.
You have the intense feeling of being watched, and then the image in the mirror clouds and fogs. And out of the fog draws the image of Nestor.
Is it only visible to M now?
I'll say you can both see it. Oh, you do look familiar.
Just Lyra. She was loved you with your handshake or some shit. She was working for free in the circus.
In Endriel.
I'm afraid. Endriel.
We saved the bear person. We saved him from the woods.
Zachary. We rescued Zachary.
The business with Zachary. Yes, it's coming back to me now.
Yes, and we also
did you say?
Alexia and Patrice for your acrobat friends. Oh, maybe you got.
Oh, good for them. I shall pass the news along. Well, what is it? A friend of yours is dead. You'd like me to make it not that way?
Yes, I can generally do that. Unfortunately, that has to be an immediate thing. I haven't been able to pierce the veil that much. I know people like you who are of the performing arts that were able to do that back at home. You're our last resort. I will do anything.
I can, yes. That is among my abilities. You say anything. What exactly can you provide? I am in the midst of some extremely sensitive business. As such, I am not able to leave Corbranth for the time being.
We have a lot of interesting information.
Since we parted ways, we've been to another plane, we stopped a riot, we've witnessed the stealing of a extremely important artifact that was a signal of confidence between two kingdoms.
Which plane?
The Fae.
We're also, I
Ouch.
saw a tear in a rift in reality be torn. And we have information about the Raven Queen and some
Denier.
and individuals attempting to destroy or control the Veil and free Karkath and
Oh yes, they were the fucking cultists. Oh shit. Look, we've been through a lot.
You all have been busy. You see, he leans back, and you see him speaking kind of off to the side, and you can't hear what he's saying.
Aziel turns around and looks to see where the professor is.
He just has fireball.
The professor is downstairs. You see he has several books that he is kind of rifling through, looking for something. It appears you do have information that is relevant to our current circumstances here in the capital. It would give me leverage if I knew things the others didn't. Did Mother appreciate that? As I said, I have no means to reach you. Not at this time. But if you can bring her to me in such a condition that she could be revived in exchange for all your information and your loyalty in upcoming events, I will entertain you at Corbrandt.
And by entertain us, you mean revive our friend.
Indeed.
And you have what you need to do that? We don't have to provide anything other than this information.
You will tell me what you know of the Feywild and your travel there, of Karketh Zerethzerus and his followers, if you have encountered them. Any interplanar travel, any means, anything about the Veil, the Raven Queen, everything. Without hesitation, you keep no secrets. And you will be at my disposal for any services I require of you.
Well, if you want information about the Raven Queen, it died with Lyra, and you're going to have to revive her to get it. So, but we will bring her to you. And I know a little bit, but Lyra had a relationship with the Raven Queen that's neither of us can replicate.
I'm amenable. Do you accept these conditions?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Very well. Bring her to me. Be warned. If I have any reason to believe that when you get here you lie to me, attempt to fabricate information, or misdirect me in any way, the deal is off.
Well, thus far we don't know enough about you to feel the need to hide it. So don't give us a reason to hide it, and we won't feel compelled to lie. I tend to be honest.
I expect I'll be hearing from you shortly. Goodbye for now. I have business to attend to.
Thank you.
The mirror fogs back up. And then once again shows your reflection.
Well, how the fuck do we get to Cormorant?
That is a good question.
I mean, I guess as long as you can keep her alive. I mean, it takes us weeks to get there, but if you, well, you know what I mean. Alive.
Yeah. Keep her fresh.
Whatever.
Keep the larva away.
But you have a way about you, eh?
Is it a lie?
No, I guess not.
I'm not a mortician, Desiel. I don't intend to be one.
Okay, so step 1 we find Lyra, step 2 we get to Cormorant.
Yes, maybe. No, I don't think he has any sort of thing that would help us. I thought maybe Ermos could help us trying to get over there. He might know someone that can carry us. And I mean, he's the only person in this town we know that it's not you, me, and probably Tempest that gives any sort of shit about her.
Yeah, so we try and find Hermes. I mean, I'm not going to try and find her body until tonight. And the first step will be to get near the tower and see if she's still there. And if she's not, then at least we know we can start looking elsewhere.
I don't know how to get to Ermoston today, but we can try to just walk and search for him.
So I'm going to go crazy waiting for her this evening. So perhaps I can find out the information that the professor. He had somebody go looking for information for us, no?
I think Walter, was it? I don't remember.
So we find out information that we can, right? The more apparently information is our method of payment. Information also may help us here in the city. So
I will just say I don't like the fact that he's interested in the Raven Queen. That gives me strong Parland vibes, but we're gonna do what we have to do.
well, like I told him, he hasn't given us a reason to hide the information from him yet. Hopefully between now and then we don't find out a reason to hide it.
From a dude who ran a circus to a extremely shady person who wants to sprawl information across his mother's face.
Yeah, he is the
Quite
child of
one-
2 archmages and wants to show his ass in their face. So
Yeah, but that is quite the 180 from where we met him last. But I guess
no,
circumstances have changed.
when we met him before, he was talking about how he became a bard. They wanted him to be a wizard, and he decided to be an entertainer instead, as a fuck you. Which is now good for us, because I know nobody else who could possibly resurrect Lyra.
If shit got really, really, really bad, I had one last Hail Mary, but I don't think it would have worked at all.
Oh, shit's pretty bad right now, my friend.
My last hope was to try to talk to my dad.
Oh. Okay, I mean,
In a favor that way, but honestly, I think it's easier to get to the capital than it is to get back home with her body. Besides, I don't know how a paladin of Pelor would feel about resurrecting someone attached to the Raven Queen. They're fucking assholes.
the Raven Queen people or the Pelor people?
Honestly, both. But I know better the Pelor people. And he wouldn't want to get down from his high horse. Oh, I am the general overseer. I have to protect my people. Fucking bastard. But we have a plan. We have to try to get ourselves sorted. What are we going to do tonight, if anything?
Tonight I'm going to the college and I'm going to try and find Lyra and see if she's in the tower. And if she's not, then I will find 2 other places. Hopefully the professor has an idea where. And I will see if I can get within a fifth of a mile of her. 1,000 feet, more or less.
Yes. Would you want me to go with you? Because my only other idea was to either find Eremos or try to find Tempest if she doesn't appear.
I mean, we keep splitting up, and it does not turn out well. But I will not ask any of you to go back to that campus. So, but again, that's a matter of, I mean, that takes me like a minute. I mean, I can, like within seconds, I'll know whether or not I found the object. So
Yeah.
I can go look, see if it's there, and leave. And if it's still in the tower, I leave, and then try again tomorrow. Or the middle of the night, or whatever.
Yeah. I'll accompany you then, and if we want to find Eremos later, we can do it together.
So between now and tonight, we can try and find Eremos. We can try and find out what Walter found out for us. We can see if Tempest shows up here, or go to the Stone and Gargoyle.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. There was something else I wanted to do, but that's not really going to work out.
Since I'm telling everybody everything right now, and it's just you and me, I seem to be in a very open mood with information. Lyra's sword was not working for the Raven Queen, by the way. Keep it between us. She was already having a crisis of faith. That was not going to make it worse. But her sword was not working for the Raven Queen. But I believe I struck a deal in which he would not betray her, and he would not betray us or cause her to betray us. So I did not see the problem keeping his secrets like I would keep, hers. Or yours.
Yeah. You did the right thing.
I can almost feel Lyra like looking down at me going, what the fuck, dude?
What makes this torturous is that I can't see Kendra right now.
She's just going like this.
I can see the rest of you. She is just a loading screen.
She's like this, like this, like this.
It's killing me. Just
What?
We're gonna get to you soon, Kendra. Don't.
We all know the Raven Queen is just a social construct, correct, Ezio?
Yeah. But silver lining, right? Oh, I need a fucking drink. Lyra tried to convince us so hard to let her die. She finally got her wish.
Yeah, I mean, it would be funny if it wasn't extremely sad.
I was laughing as well. The only thing stopping me from breaking down right now.
I hug Desiel.
He coughs.
Don't cough at me, asshole. No, just kidding.
He coughs and sniffs. That's about it. But your insight is enough to know what that means.
A while later, Tempest, you arrive at the gate to the professor's home.
I'm gonna just stand out here like a creep for like a solid 5 minutes. Just, do I go in? Do I not go in? I could still run away. Alright. I'll push open the gate and march my way up to the door, but the march gets slower as I go. Knock.
After a moment,
or you presume you were watched by someone, you hear the bolt of the door and the door creak open as the professor's mage hand. You see him sitting around a table, sitting at the head of the table. Eyes make contact with yours. You see he has several books spread around him. It looks like he's been feverishly kind of tearing through them. Tempest.
Parland? Provost. Which one are you in? You're Provost. They're all the same. You've heard then?
I've heard.
And what are your thoughts of all of it?
I think things have gotten far more dangerous. I don't need to send the children away. I know that Lyra tried to do good the best she could, best she knew how.
And you? Is this what you wanted out of recruiting some people to help break into a college?
No. Things have taken a number of turns. Unfortunate ones. To that note, I need your help. You like to paint, to draw, yes?
Yeah, I do.
Can you produce an image of a sword? I never saw it properly, only in its sheath. I'm attempting to identify it. If it has any significance. A legendary weapon or parts of one.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time with it. I'm gonna move over to the table where he's got his books scattered and pull out my supplies and start drawing up a best copy that I can.
Right?
And it's gonna be the sword as it originally was, not with all of the decor I could be putting on it.
Right.
No googly eyes.
The others are just upstairs. Thank you for this. I will let you all know once I have something. One last thing. It's okay, Sylvie. Secret's safe with me.
I don't know who you're talking about. I go upstairs.
You find Amniel and Desiel hugging in the loo.
I didn't mean to interrupt. I'll just go over here.
No, oh my god, I'm so glad you're here. Are you okay?
No, she's just crying.
I'm also gonna give Tempest a hug. Look, we have an idea. We have a plan. We can bring her back. It's gonna take some work.
Like a good plan, or like a Lyra plan.
No, we've already talked. Remember Nestor?
The circus guy?
He can bring her back. He's in the
The
capital.
circus guy.
Yes.
I'm sorry, in all of this you asked the circus guy for help. What
Tempest,
did
I'm
he do?
gonna put my arms on your shoulder. I'm gonna look you in the eyes, and I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions.
Ha!
Is it a save?
Charisma save. Oh, fuck you.
You asked the circus guy for help?
Did you have a better
I'm
idea?
gonna hold you again. I'm gonna do it again. I don't care.
Make another charisma save.
You will chill out. I'm saying so.
Silvery
Ah,
bonus.
fuck.
Jesus!
Oh, fuck you.
She's just like, she rips out on her nail grasp and she's like, this is why we always get into these issues. I can't believe that I've become the reasonable one out of all of this. I told you guys that we should leave, and instead we end up like this. And then Pep dies, and then we go to investigate. And then Lyra dies, and what are we gonna do? Investigate more? Who's next?
This
And I
morning,
felt like I
you
was
said
gonna
we should go to the tower and do stupid shit. And Lyra went to the tower and did stupid shit, and now she's dead.
Well, obviously you're not meant to listen to us when we make plans.
Okay, so we're not listening to you. We have the plan.
Lyra's dead.
Tempest, I'm going to need you to conjure every fiber of your being to, instead of resisting me when I'm trying to help you, to use the last 3 neurons that have that brainy head of yours to understand this is our best shot.
It's our only shot. Do you know somebody else?
You might have three.
Do you know anybody else who can resurrect her? You're right. We don't know. We don't need to go to the circus guy. Do you know somebody who can bring her back to life? It's been more than a minute, by the way. I am open to your plan. You are absolutely correct, Tempest. I am all ears.
I'm just like, how did you guys land on the circus guy?
No.
What?
You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. 100% right. Who should we go to resurrect our friend Lyra now that she's been dead for more than a minute? I am all ears if you know somebody. If you don't know somebody, I'll let you know one person we have run into, the circus guy, can do it. But
I just like, did this come up in conversation when I wasn't there? That just like, I work for a circus, but also part-time I resurrect people.
no, he cast a very
Tempest.
powerful
It's a
spell.
thing that they teach in circus school.
He cast a very powerful spell when we had our little tete-a-tete, if you remember.
I mean, admittedly, I can't think of anyone who can resurrect people. I'm kind of impressed that you guys just thought of the circus guy out of nowhere. But like, I mean, Desiel, do you know anyone else who can do like more time magic than you? Like, could we just undo it? Could we, I don't know, go to the Feywild and then step backwards? You know, Lim said that sometimes you can go backwards.
No,
Just
I do
undo
not.
it all. Like it never happened. And then Parland wouldn't know about us. We could just
If
make
we
it like it
attempted
never
that,
happened.
Lyra may become uncreated. We may go back so far that she is no longer even in existence.
Can we at least leave this stupid town?
Yes, we will be leaving this stupid.
We have to. We need to go to the capital. But first, we need Lyra's body.
How are we gonna get it?
I am going to find it. And if I can find it, then tomorrow we will find it together.
Just a little hitch in that plan.
Sure.
Don't they all know what we look like?
No.
No.
No, because I thought Lyra said that the guy could just like scry on her, and that
He doesn't
should
see
assume that
everybody.
we've been seen.
He scry.
No?
is very difficult. I mean, he may. I don't know. But I'm not going to let the possibility that it might be dangerous prevent me from trying to save my friend. But generally, no, scry is difficult to see people around the person upon whom you are scrying.
Are we gonna be sneaky about it, or are we just gonna like go out with a bang?
Who are you talking to?
Well,
Yeah,
you did say
the-
if it doesn't work today that we could come too. So
Well, if I cannot do it with my 3 attempts that I have today, then between Amnail and I, we have many attempts tomorrow to find her body.
so sneaky.
Just as the plan.
Yes.
Cool. Cool.
If you have a means to
Cool.
find her body, out with a bang or otherwise, let us know.
I can take care
Um,
of the bang part. Not really good at the finding part.
Okay. Well, then a sneaky
That would
finding.
explain why I always have odd socks, actually.
Sneaky finding, I think, is the plan at the moment.
Okay, well, I mean, if you need a distraction, distracting I am. In the meantime... I'm gonna go take a nap.
Okay. You should sleep with your shard. You may need it tomorrow.
Oh yeah, this thing is weird. I've been carrying it around with me for a while now, and it's kind of occasionally does this glowy thing, and then if we shake it like this, do you see on the inside there's like shadows that kind of move around?
Okay, just.
I think it occasionally hisses at me, but I think I might just be imagining it. I don't know.
Are you already tied to it? Is that where you were?
I mean, I think so. I kind of focused on it really hard for a while, and I've never actually really had to attune to anything before. They did run us through how to do it in school, so I'm like, oh, God, school. As soon as I mention school, I just like cover my mouth and look around for the professor. I don't actually know what it's meant to do, though.
Is she wearing her hat right now?
I took it off.
You don't know what it does?
I kind of get this weird sense that, like, it's...
I think it helps you
kinda- it
tap into
changes
your
magic
innate
weirdly.
abilities, the type of magic that you do.
Oh well, I guess we'll see what happens when I use it.
Yeah. This is going to be quite bad.
What?
Uh,
What is going to be bad?
this before you go take a nap, would you mind giving me 5 minutes?
Okay, but you might need to cast that spell again later. I'm like, oh, teetering on the edge here. The 3 brain cells are working hard.
Give me 1 second. I'll go downstairs. If the professor is concentrating on something, I won't interrupt him, but I'll like approach. Does it seem like I can talk to him without like interfering on what he's doing?
No, when you head down there, he is sitting at the table and he has Tempest drawing in front of him and then a blank sheet of paper. His eyes are closed. You can kind of see his eyes like darting back and forth underneath his eyelids. He's muttering to himself as he's writing very quickly on the paper in front of him.
Can I find anyone else? like Walter or Catherine or John or Andrew, Patrice, Alexia, any of them.
Yeah. If you go up into kind of that room that they were all in before, Patrice and Alexia are both there.
Hi, sorry, no time for introductions. Anderson and the other one, they care a lot about you. Do you have silver anywhere? Powdered silver?
Powdered silver? I don't on me. We could check some of the professor's things. He might keep that around.
I will give you. I want if you could have found about this much. I think it's worth about 50 gold pieces. I can pay for it. I need it if possible. If it won't be much of a bother.
Very well. They both get up and head into this back room, kind of behind where you're all now. You see like various shelves of components and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
After a bit, yeah, they bring out. Alexia brings out a small pouch.
Okay. I'll give.
This should be enough for you.
I'll give her 50 gold pieces. And I will take that pouch and I'll go back towards Tempest.
So when
Tempest,
he is...
I need you to make a decision.
Well,
oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's right. When he walks away, Dezio will look at Tempest and say, "We're going to find her. We're going to bring her back, whatever it takes. If you have any ideas, let me know." We need to get to the capital city. If you have any ideas how to do that, let me know.
I think I need to have a conversation with that professor.
Who? Which professor? Not Parland.
Not Parland.
Okay.
I think. No, not Parland.
Not the one who killed her.
Oh, they got the same name, I swear.
Provost. The one downstairs. The one whose house we are in.
Yes,
Oh,
that
okay.
one.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's okay. I understand you have reason not to trust him or anybody to do anything. I don't know. But so far, he has not betrayed us. And we don't have, other than Lyra's friend Ermos, we have nobody else in the city. Just saying.
It's not for what he's done that I don't trust him this year.
Are you willing to share why? Is it this institution that he's a part of, the Volser?
Conservatorium Voltaire.
Is that where you went to school?
For a while, yeah.
That makes more sense. Well, he says he'll help us, and then we're leaving anyway for now. So, truth be told, at the moment,
There's a lot of things.
Truth be told, 2 hours ago I didn't give a shit who we were working for. I was just looking for information and to learn as much as I could. Now I want to learn everything I can to take down the head of that fucking college. And if that means working with the Volser, I mean, no. Okay, well.
I need to talk to the professor, but we can't. One person is not the organization, Desiel. We can't go back to the academy. I won't go back to that academy, Desiel.
No, we're not going back to the academy. I'm just saying, my interest is now here, in this city, fighting the bastard in that goddamn tower. So, talk to Professor Provost downstairs. Let me know what you're willing to do. But at the moment, he seems to be the best one to be able to help us to take vengeance for the bastard who killed Lyra. He also supposedly has people finding out information for us about the third hand and whatnot, though by the time we get Lyra back, I don't know if any of that will matter.
Oh yeah, if nothing else, the Academy is very good at finding things.
Okay, well, if you want to talk to him alone, by all means. If you ever want somebody there, just ask. Anything you need, you know that, right? Okay then.
Ezio?
Yeah.
I'm sorry if sometimes I seem a little bit, weird about you and the wizardy stuff. Let's just say that wizards have not been very good to me. And with all of this, it doesn't seem they're always very good for many people. But it's not fair to treat everyone that way. And you've been a good friend.
I try.
Sorry.
No, you don't need to apologize, but I appreciate it. And I understand. Thank you. So, do you want company? Oh, here comes Amel.
Indeed, here comes Amel.
Tempest, do you still feel like you need a moment to try to help you calm?
She's good right
What
now.
do you got for me at now? She's not gonna run off again if that's what you're worried about. Probably.
That's not what I'm afraid of. Please, come with me. And I'll guide her to probably the rooms where we slept that first night where we were here. Basically an empty room. And I will take off the clasps of my cloak, put one to each side. I'll sit cross-legged and I'll ask Tempest if, please, would you join me?
I'm gonna pull my hat out of my bag and just put it on. I get a little bit calmer when I put the hat back on.
I'll take a handful of silver, of the powdered silver that I got, and I'm going to start throwing it up. And as I do, and I start muttering an incantation, it does take a little bit, but the silver starts, like, instead of falling immediately, it slows down, almost to the point where you can see each little particle of silver, almost like dust when there's light going through it, and it starts coalescing around the holy symbols as I ritual cast ceremony. Specifically, I ritual cast it on Tempest as coming of age. Yes, Tempest and I are getting married. Yes, I'm having a funeral rite. Tempest is dead, and towards the end of the incantation, there's a point where the communion allows both Tempest and I to understand, and Tempest actually speaks Celestial, doesn't she? No, she speaks Celestial. Yeah, so you'll understand this.
Celestial and Primordial.
Yeah. Amnel says, Flores florent, sic debent tibi, tempestas forbit et pluvia, et nunc surgis. That you understand as flowers blossom and so should you. And the storm will form and you will fall, but you shall rise again. And this dust will break away, and for the next 24 hours you have a d4 you can add to every ability check you roll. As you become...
Every check.
Yes. And
if I do.
Yeah. And yeah, that was an hour, unfortunately. An hour and 10 minutes, actually. And after I do that, if Tempest wants to join, I will ritual cast it again, actually. This time I will do it on myself as atonement. And basically seeing that I have strayed from my ways. You see, it is almost like Tempest, who can understand what I'm saying. It is almost like a sermon of penitence from having gone stray from your ways, and that he's decided to go back because there's someone who needs them.
Because I can understand what he's saying at the end of every line. I'm just kind of gonna like repeat what he's saying, like I knew the lines.
So I guess that's an insight check, correct, DM?
How long does this take in total for the two castings?
20 minutes.
2 hours and 20 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Yeah. Because ceremony takes an hour, and I'm ritual casting it.
Mhm.
1 second. Because I'm checking something. Oh, fuck me. Oh, technically, I have silvery barbs. Would I have advantage on this?
Only within the first minute after I give it to you.
Yeah, no, not anymore.
Well, I tried. And once again, I feel fucking rejected. Oh, that's a shame. I'm gonna do my best. Anyway.
Alright. So that 2 hours, 10 minutes. Okay. In the meantime, very much in the meantime, while that is happening. Desiel, what are you doing?
I'll sit there for the first little bit, and then when I realize this is a thing for them, is the professor still focused on the sword in such a way that I shouldn't interrupt him?
For the next few minutes.
All right. I'll find a drink and I'll sit down at the table and just like stare at the papers in front of him, but not really looking at anything, just waiting for him to finish while I have a drink and contemplate.
Yeah.
After that, well, I guess after a few minutes, I guess he finishes whatever he's doing.
Yep. After just a couple minutes at this point, you see him kind of come back to, blinking, getting his bearings for a moment. Very strange thing, legend lore. One of the few spells that can trace its origin directly back to Ogma. Taps into legends, to ideas that swirl about particular objects and people. Very strange experience. He picks up the paper in his hand. As he reads it, you see him get more and more worried. He gets pale. Oh dear. He picks up one of the books near him and rifles through it for a moment. That's worse than I would have expected, if it's somehow true. He tosses. He kind of sends the paper across the table towards you. You can read Elvish, right?
Yes.
You see written in Elvish. I will send this to you once I have the means to do so. What is written on there is Blade of Disaster, Raven's Hunter. Pale imitation of Death's Killer. Shar's Folly,
The blade of one who had deigned to kill an old god. Anguished ruin, anguished ruin, anguished ruin. The disaster blades were forged hundreds of years ago. Part of a rebellion against the old gods. One of them, anguished ruin, was made to kill the one who killed death. It was made to kill the Raven Queen. The thing should have been destroyed centuries ago. Shah failed.
Who failed?
Shah, goddess of emptiness, despair, desperation. You would know Shah as the Dark Moon, the goddess essentially of emptiness, of pain. She tried to take the Raven Queen's place, and she was punished quite severely in her failure. The weapon she and her champions used was destroyed, cast into the abyss. She had all emotion, and all emotion was taken from her. She was trapped by Saloon. This thing Lyra's carrying around, or was, is a piece of something cataclysmic.
So this
And now Parland has it.
Shar attempted to use it to kill the Raven Queen instead of destroying it.
Shah was the one for whom it was forged, supposedly. After she failed, the Shadakai destroyed it. At least, that is what they... That's how the tales go.
So it was broken, but not destroyed. But clearly it was
Yes,
still
we
broken.
know it was shattered. The pieces were meant to have been cast into the abyss long, long ago. They should not exist, let alone be cavorting around the material plane. Did Lyra, did she ever say where she came across the blade?
She found it one day in the woods or something. I don't remember.
Doesn't make sense. Why? Hadn't she, I can't recall, had she any allegiances beyond you all?
The Raven Queen and the sword that she thought was an avatar of the Raven Queen.
That is bewildering. That sword
No,
is
Lyra made
in many
allegiances
ways her.
very easily. That's not very bewildering if you know her.
Bewildering that it would pretend, if that's what it's doing.
Yeah.
They aren't meant to have minds of their own to convince someone like that. That blade is in many ways, when it was complete, the Raven Queen's opposite, where she drains emotion and memory. It inflames it. Hence why perhaps she was overcome with her emotion when last I saw her.
She had her memory drained, is my understanding. She lost her memory, no? Yeah. No, I mean,
Is
you
that
wouldn't know, but
so?
she was, yeah, she had lost her memory from some time before the sword. Is what she says. I mean, usually she does not lie too well, she just tries to change the subject. I'm sure you know this.
Again, bewildering. But now it's in Parland's hand.
John, he used it to cut open a rift in between dimensions.
Yes. And the Raven Queen is guardian of the Veil. It makes sense a blade meant to kill her could harm it in some way. This is beyond me, this is beyond us.
Yeah, no, this was beyond us a while ago. About 2 sentences into what you were saying, this was already beyond me. But yeah. So when you were finished doing this legend lore, I was going to apologize that clearly we will be spending the next few weeks traveling and won't be able to continue to work for you, but it sounds like the missions you have in mind, or that is put before us now, is something we couldn't help with anyway. I mean, this is ridiculous. This guy, I saw what he did. I mean, his power is too much, even before he had the sword.
Yes. I was hoping very much we could avoid him in doing our business.
So I know, given that we are abandoning you at least for a few weeks, for whatever worth we are anyway, you have little reason to help us, but given that we'll be transporting my friend or her body in the wilderness, if there's anything I could do, if you have the means to help me learn this dome of protection to keep us and her body safe. I mean, if we were to get halfway there only to have her eaten by some wolf in the middle of the night because one of us fell asleep, this would be pretty shitty, to say the least.
Of course, yes, I have it prepared for you. He walks over, opens a cabinet, and hands you a scroll. Leomun's tiny hut.
Yes.
I believe the thing you were looking for.
Indeed. What do you need from me?
Can you ensure that the children get out of the city? Or not?
All of them? Do you want me to take all your students with us?
Yes, they cannot be here. I have to stay. I have a duty to complete, but I won't risk them like this.
So are you going back to the wolf sword then?
Not now. Now I have to stay here. Collect information.
Okay.
See if there's some way in the 9 hells that I can still do my job. If I'm lucky, he won't be paying attention, but I at least have to know what he's doing, what he's planning, what's going on before I go back.
He doesn't know. Well, I mean, I don't know if he knows you from you, but Lyra did not betray you, so he doesn't know your name now if he didn't know before.
Good. Good. I suspect it's only a matter of time. But that just means I have to move.
So what do I mean, I guess you're going to handle actually telling your students where they need to go and whatnot, because I have a feeling they're about to blame us for being kicked out of your club group. I mean, it's not really a school.
The-
but-
It was as much a school as I could make it
Oh, okay.
for the short time that I could. It was never meant to be like this. They were supposed to help me prepare, and then they could stay here in safety while I completed the task, and then we would leave. Yes, I will speak to them.
Okay. No, I don't want that. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. We will escort them out of the city. However far you... I mean, you know the direction we're headed, so as far as they want to come with us, they can come with us.
Thank you. Don't blame yourselves for whatever comes of this. As I'll try not to blame myself.
No, I mean... there's nothing you could have done.
That's true.
But anyway, I was going to also ask... I don't know, I guess if Walter's going to be coming with us. I was going to ask what information was found out, but do recent events basically make all of that pointless?
Potentially, the third hand was planning some rally in some secretive tavern later tonight. Perhaps it's going on now, even. Something about stealing something from the college. Hiring criminals, recruiting them to do so. I don't know how much use that could be to us, except to cause chaos. Make it easier for me to get in.
Well, Lyra's friend Hermos invited us to this meeting.
Do you know where it is?
Do I, Drew? I forget.
You have a name. The Ancient Duck.
Ancient Duck, was it?
The Ancient Duck, I think is what I said. It should have been what I said if it wasn't.
Duck sounds familiar.
If I didn't say that before, I will
It's the
retroactively
Ancient
say
Duck.
that is.
Ancient Duck, yes. He wants Lyra to meet him at
Okay,
this...
yes, thank you.
A hidden tavern, just something about a hidden tavern called the Ancient Duck.
That sounds right. Did he tell you where it was? Did I tell you?
Hidden?
No location.
No. Apparently she...
How was it you were to get there?
Hermos was going to find us, maybe?
Makes sense. Where were you staying
The Stone
when he
Gargoyle.
found you? Stone
Oops.
Gargoyle.
Yeah, that is where the point of contact for him was.
Well, I'll head there. See if I can't catch him. What does he look like?
You know, honestly, I'm going crazy anyway. I only have one thing I can do tonight. I'll go. I'll go and find out what this is.
Good.
And maybe my friends too, depending on if it's already going on. But I mean, all I can do, I'm waiting. I'm just going to be waiting and waiting and waiting until the middle of the night to go find out if if Lyra is still in the tower or elsewhere. So, might as well go and see what's going on there.
Very well. I'll see if I can at least narrow down the locations of the body.
Okay. Well, did you know? Oh, just. God, I don't want to leave them. I don't know how long he's going to be in there. What time is it, Drew? Roughly of day, evening.
At this point, getting a little bit into the evening.
We should have kept the sundial.
I should have kept the sundial.
Well, I guess when my friends come out, can you tell them I went to the Stone Gargoyle? And if they do not find me there, I'll be at the Ancient Duck. I will leave a note in Amnel's room.
Head out.
I head out into the night. And just because, as he's mentioned, he's itching, he takes the route within 1,000 feet of the tower to cast his first locate object on Lyra's silver raven brooch.
Okay. So he gets close to the tower. There is no feeling of the object you're looking for.
Oh, okay. Professor, he said that
Wherever.
the professor said he's. Okay, I'm not going to waste it. Professor said he's going to give me a lead. Okay. To the Stone Gargoyle. Eddie. Fuck. Okay, it's just me. He heads to the Stone Gargoyle.
Gargoyle. He goes, I think this good spot to wrap things up.
Yeah.
But first, quickly, Lyra. Kendra, hear me? I just want to make sure before.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Lyra.
Yeah.
The hooks dig to your skin. You feel yourself fall unconscious. You feel you fight, stave off the black that tugs at you. And then you feel a tug, a pull. A cold emptiness. Your senses fracture and dissipate. You are falling through nothing. Unless your mind's starting to scatter across a vast, endless emptiness. You start somehow to scream that fills your entire being. Roll a d4, please.
Three.
3?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You feel something brush against your face. You have a face. Your eyes are shut. You feel something cool and liquid underneath you, rustling past you. Continuously. You hear someone asking you a question. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
What's the question?
Don't forget to join us next week. See where this all goes.
What?
Things have shaken up quite a bit. Don't forget to check us out on our social media channels. Join the Discord, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, where you can check out previous episodes. Don't forget to swing by on Tuesday, where you're going to see us, myself and Kendra, playing Call of Cthulhu. We've also got other projects in the works, so make sure to follow us all to keep up with that. Thanks to Syrinscape again, and to Animated Dungeon Maps. If you already have a subscription here on Twitch, don't forget to re-up that when it becomes due. If it is a Prime sub, and if you are feeling generous and want to throw a subscription our way, we would really appreciate it. I think that's everything. See you all next week.
Thanks for sticking with us through the technical difficulties.
Yeah, thanks for...
Thank you, Drew, for being a trooper and making something work. And Lyra, looks like you don't get to take next week off after all, because you have to find out what that question is. Haha, see you next week.
Fuck!
All right, bye, everybody.